Welcome to Patch Chat with Gretchen
and Dr. Cleverly, where we take a quick and clever dive into the info you want to know.
Hey there. Today on Patch Chat, we're diving into a common question. If I start, am I stuck using LifeWave patches forever?
Hi, everyone. I love this question, Gretchen. So let's just cut to it. No, you do not need to use these patches indefinitely, just like you don't need to wean from them. So if you think of it this way, the patches can do the majority of the heavy lifting at the beginning, especially if you're dealing with a lot of symptoms or imbalances. But over time, you can taper down to a maintenance routine based on your body's needs.
Yeah, exactly. And that's actually what I've done myself. So when I started with X39, I was patching with X39 every day because I needed that support. And I had very specific wellness goals, and I was super consistent in using the patches until those wellness challenges were resolved. But then after I got those awesome results, I was wanting to begin to experiment to see how many days I could go between what I called X39 patching days and still get amazing deep sleep. Because that was one of the benefits I got from X39, just extra good sleep. So now for me, I'm patching with X39 every third day. And I call that my maintenance X39 patching schedule. And I'm able to get that awesome deep sleep on a consistent basis. And your patching habits can definitely change as your body adjusts and then your needs evolve.
I think it's similar to how we think about supplementation. So you don't take every kind of supplement forever. Instead, you learn to read your body's signs and your symptoms to determine what it needs at that time. So they're your body's way of telling you when something is off. When it comes to supplements and the patches, you might notice some relief.
Yeah, I get it. And so, like when in the past I was super stressed, I was told I might need extra vitamin B vitamins because I really felt exhausted. And that was a symptom telling me I needed more support, right?
Exactly. So your body's needs, they change over time, and patches work similar to supplements in that you might use them more frequently at first when your body needs more support. But over time, as your situation improves, you may reduce the frequency or even the placement of the patches.
Yeah, that is a great comparison. And you had just mentioned to me earlier that you recently developed a tracker for our team to help them monitor symptoms. Can you tell me more about that?
Sure. So it's actually a tracker series that's designed to help people monitor their signs and their symptoms on a rating scale, along with a journal page and reflection sheet for our team. So this way you can see how your body is responding over time and adjust your patching routine according to that. So it's documenting how you are feeling, and that's very helpful.
Yeah, and I love that approach. And just like with certain supplements, there are some patches you might always choose to use for their long-term benefits, like the X39, but use them less frequently. However, there are other patches you'll use based on specific symptoms and circumstances, like Ice Wave, if you have discomfort.
True. And with supplements, well, vitamin D is a perfect example. Now, in sunny Florida where you are, Gretchen, you might get enough of that naturally. But here in Canada, especially during the winter, getting enough sun exposure is really tough. So, in actuality, impossible. So, I supplement with vitamin D during those months, unlike essential fatty acids. So, my body needs a supply of those all the time. They're fuel for the body. So I will always add them to my diet, but I don't feel enslaved to omega-3s. My body needs them, and it's hard to get naturally in the food. They're necessary for important functions in the body and the brain. So I supplement. The same rule of thumb applies here. Does your body need that right now, or according to your ongoing circumstances?
That makes so much sense. And it's great to know that it's not a one size fit all situation. It's about understanding where you're at and then adjusting as you go. And also, if you're concerned about the initial cost, remember that you won't be paying the same price forever. As you move into a maintenance sort of routine, it naturally becomes more economical, which is wonderful.
True. And for those who are sensitive to the patches, like I am, you might find at first that you can only wear a patch for a few hours at a time. And this actually makes it even more economical because you use fewer patches over time. And that was my experience for the first couple of weeks. And the key is tuning into your own body and its needs.
That is a fantastic reminder. So everyone has different needs at different times. So whether you're patching every day or just a few times a week, it's about what works best for you. And this is also where we can help you to figure out what feels good to you. So your body and your budget for whatever your goals are, right?
Absolutely. And we always tell people that they're in control of their journey. They don't feel pressured to use patches at the same frequency as everyone else, nor the same way, nor do we say it's a forever thing. You know, is it working for you the way that you want it to? That's a good question. So you need to adjust as your needs evolve. And our approach with people is to help them to pick what's right for them in the moment.
Yes, we are happy to do that. Okay, all right, folks, that's it for today's discussion. But if you have any questions, don't be shy. Drop them in the comments or feel free to reach out to us at the email below.
If you're interested in exploring these patches, the link to that is also below, and you might like our other patch chat videos on topics including what our team offers for support and guidance.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you the next time on Patch Chat.
Stay clever, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in to Patch Chat with Gretchen
And Dr. Cleverly, where small patches can make a big difference.
Interested in trying these patches? Click the link below. Want more information? Please email us. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more clever tips.
Stay clever, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time.